Hello, hello. Whew. Oh, getting ready. Just did my stretches, getting ready for the next jog today. Oh, I have the calendar open still. Oh dear. Now you know all the secrets. Just getting some of the copy over for the Twitch and the YouTube. No big deal. Oh, so excited to be back today. Let me double check some things on my phone real quick. I had someone join the stream yesterday, and they told me that the audio was a little drowned out, so I wanted to double check some things. Be right back. I'm here, but all right, now let's test, mic test. You'd think it was cold in here with how big these headphones are, like earmuffs. Whew, all right. So we're still working on the Black Peak region today. Our goal, reiterated once more, for those folks that are joining brand new and just watching or joining, with the recorded aspect of this later, we are building a tabletop gaming story that is also a visionary fiction series that I am writing, but it is a community publishing group effort through the nonprofit that I am the director of, alongside my life partner and our soon-to-be voted-in board member Brian Parker from Believe in Wonder Publishing. It's going to be very exciting to have some extra board members involved, and then we're going to be able to, push forward some great auspicious lights. And so this is one of those seeds that we're trying to plant. And as we publish the stories that are going to be found in this World Anvil and probably a couple other places that we publish in our Quantum Wave imprint, our logo for that is still pending. My cat Morgana is going a little crazy in the background. She's got the zoomies. Yeah, do you have the zoomies? Oh my gosh! So yeah, community publishing group. It's pretty fun. We're gonna have opportunities for folks to be able to participate in the wiki and vote on which directions we go when we pick the next world or the next story or the next character to focus on. We can really gauge the scale wherever. I'm seeing how the waters test, with this month from the daily live streams, and I'm hoping that we can get some engagement either on the World Anvil or on our Patreon, or just some places where we could put up some polls, maybe even our Discord that is open, and we would be able to work on specific things that are voted on as a community published effort. So if it's not just about the stuff that I want to write, like you guys are the readers, so it's kind of like a fan service story. There we go. But maybe not a perfect representation of that aspect. But the goal ultimately is to get money in other creators' pockets. That is the goal. So if you are contributors and we're working together on the same goals, then that makes it easier to, give you $50 for your illustration or something like that as we get funding. Still a very new nonprofit. Haven't gotten any grants yet. But yeah, so today we're I did a little bit of writing yesterday and this morning. Well, I guess actually I tried to do some last night, but I got caught up with some other things. So today, I changed up the layout a little bit today too, to make it so that the reading, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit more. It's supposed to be more of a posterity video, so you guys can see that it's happening, but whatever. A little bit of different music playing today as well. Let's get started. And hello, viewer. It just says viewers. I don't get to see names until folks comment, and that's okay. Feel free to pass us some notes too. Oh my gosh, we're gonna... Okay. So my focus today, I want to focus on building out the Blackbeak region. I did a little bit more organization for like getting some glossaries and some concepts in. I published some of the pages last night so that they are readable, but a lot of them they're not edited yet, right? So they need to be proofread and stuff. So that's something to keep in mind. That'll be later on, maybe next month. But yeah, a couple of fun ones to share. We talked about this a little bit last stream. Borealtis, the frozen fire moon. So it's not really a sun and it's not really a moon. This particular realm has a rime fire moon. So it's a moon that's on fire. And it's in a bluish hue. So it's instead of having cycles of the moon going down and orbiting the planet, it gets brighter and it gets dimmer, and so it has greater effects of gravity or lower effects of gravity as well that fluctuate in different ways. So it doesn't need orbiting. It's a magical celestial object. So that's a fun one. And then there's the Curse of the Wayfarer. So Tana is the Wayfarer. Let's get that one published actually to be read. Tana is the Wayfarer. She is the female champion of a different world that has found her way to this oceanic planet with a magical celestial object, and of course that magic was going to seep into the planet too, in the realm that it orbits, that it remains stationary over. So some of that magic is tapped by powerful leaders and champions like Tana. So in ancient history, Tana invented this Curse of the Wayfarer. And what it does is it breaks knowledge and wisdom that other people have taken from other folks. So it's like, I need some more specificity with that actually. As in knowledge that was stolen from from the Grimalkin tribes in particular, right? Because it's a Grimalkin curse, it would probably be related to a Grimalkin. So yeah, as the curse is basically, if you take knowledge from the Grimalkins, you get to keep that knowledge, but other knowledge that you have, because no doubt you've taken, it's not going to be the first time that you've taken technology or tools or some sort of a concept, an idea that wasn't yours. So this curse takes something that you've already taken from someone else because you took it from the Grimalkin. Ooh, it's a very cool kind of like trickster just desserts curse. So they're able to be cast by the elders, and they have to tap into the spirit of Tana, representation of Tana herself or the island, who knows, but she's the one who helped to give birth to the land, so her spirit is intrinsically tied into it. So yeah, very powerful curse. And then the Grimalkin brood, I got to do a quick little quip about this right here. There's still some, I realized I gotta put characters in still, so that's a fun thing. The Grimalkin Brood are a collection of 5 of the telltale catfolk who were abandoned in Tana's Bound. This is a like story before the story sort of stuff. They were adopted by the king of Black Peak. Well, he was the prince at the time. He wasn't the king. About 15 years ago, and then they were raised by King Black Peak, or who Prince Black Peak, who became king a couple years later. And then these 5 children, the main characters of the story, Ash, Abatha, Lucius, Boydie, and Starlia, as well as their adoptive brother Orlin. So an ensemble cast of 6 and more people, because more people join the party as it continues. There's also Mistress Typhon, but we'll get to her. She's like a trainer. So, yeah, so those are some things I got done yesterday. Or this morning. I tried to get more done yesterday, but... Okay, so we're gonna do Back to the Helm, I believe is where we were. Yeah, I'm excited to continue working on this. I haven't felt any desire to write or create or do anything like that since I lost all this crap. So it's been really invigorating the last couple of days, being able to, even if it's not as much progress as I would like, of course, it never will be, I'm able to see that I can bring it back, you know? That's really cool. That makes me happy. I'm gonna be... I need to expand this. Oh, and I didn't quite get the map ready. That was the thing I was trying to work on last night. I was trying to get the map ready, but it didn't work out, so I'm gonna try to do that tonight instead. I have to make a few phone calls for, you know, some... I still have work to do, as well as, I mean, this is work, this is fun work, this is great. I have other work to do as well. So I got some phone calls to make when I'm done here, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's a new format for me, writing with a potential audience. So it's hard. But like not, it's a good difficult, I think. I think it helps. I still have some paper notes I have to find or dig out as well. We have our board meeting on Wednesday. So lots of stuff to do. What I need to do, at least, is I need to get the map set up on another screen, because it helps me to ideate, and then, because I do have a picture of it, but I don't, it has some dev content that I can't share yet. So I have to get that off the board and onto some other piece of paper first before I can slap it up and show people. But I did it on a whiteboard, and it's sitting right behind me. But I'm gonna pull it up here. my goodness, excuse me. Alright, so big chunk of stuff that needs to be worked on here. Along the Dragon's Brow in the ridgeline of the Black Peak mountain range, the tallest of the mountains, is known as the Black Peak Helm. The mountain, the helm, and much of its surrounding hillside is craggy and features very little foliage. Grassland. Pockets, I should say. Thickets, maybe. Thickets of highland grass. Rest nearest the places where civilization. Oh. And then I missed the eye. It's okay. It's like around the ashram. I don't need to mention where it is. It's obviously below it if the other one's at the peak, right? So that's how that works. My word count is gonna be going up this week. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay. What else might I need for this? Gildegrim's Maw is known as the Black Peak Helm. The helm and much of its surrounding hillside is craggy and features very little in the way of foliage, but thickets of highland grass nest nearest the places where civilization lies. Had a problem with that word apparently. Like around the ashram of the Golden Scale, which resides at the peak, and the Black Peak Keep. Do accents. at the peak. Okay. See, the fun thing about this is it's a little different than how other people, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong. I think that this is entertaining in some respect because it's building the pieces of the puzzle, but you still don't see how the puzzle all fits until the story comes out, right? We can put some plot points and we can put some details, but knowing where all the pieces are doesn't make the story, right? The way that it's threaded together, the way that the characters thread through the places, that's what makes the story. So the beauty of doing this is that we get to create a collaborative storytelling space that is then published and shared, and that content gets disseminated to other people for free, even if it's not published. So I love the way that this is all going to work out. It's been a really hard labor to figure out how to format this, and it's probably not going to go the way that I'm planning, because people are protective of their stories. I know I have been for almost my whole life, but now they're gone and I have to find help, otherwise I'm, but that's not why. Maybe that's like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? That maybe was the thing that made me realize it, right? But that's not the why. There's lots of other whys. The only thing that matters is that I'm doing it and it feels right. So what else? Okay, so single detail about it. The history of those places would go into either those places or the organizations that are part of those places. I should probably talk a little bit more about feels like getting too into the weeds for what I want to do today. We're just doing the surface. There's a ruler. I don't have any of those articles in there, so just keep it basic. We're just going to keep it surface level for now. Feels like the right thing. That feels like the right thing to do. Black Peak Keep, also known as the Black Stone Helm. So this is the reason why it's called the Black Peak Helm. It's said to have been the helmet of a great... Oh man, I gotta put stuff about that in too. Apexian Lord. Which was said to have been the one that the black... No, that wouldn't be. Like it's some legend. No, this is history. This is history. So it wouldn't go here. Surface level would go here. Who had carved the for carrying it into battle. It is the seat of the Black Kingdom. That feels right. I feel like I need to add history. I gotta start adding some history stuff because it's gonna start getting convoluted and lost if I don't start keeping track of some of that stuff. Legends and more thing for sure. How's that look? I saw it with the other screen. Yeah, that looks okay. You can kind of see what's going on now. Alright, what am I doing? I'm doing, it's probably myth. Yeah. Legend of the Black Stone Helm. Black Stone Helm is about the tale of history that ties back to the roots. second paragraph. It is said that the Black Peaks said that those who would claim themselves, there we go, Black Peaks. I feel like I had a different history for this written somewhere. Written somewhere, of course, it's lost. Gosh darn it. It's still hard to deal with that. Like, I'm still like expecting to be able to just go, oh yeah, I know where that is, and go to it, but it's not there anymore. So that sucks. Oh my goodness. I don't think I had enough coffee. Something I can add. I know some details about that. I remember some details about that at least. I gotta finish this though. Okay. It is said that those who would claim themselves to be the Black Peaks. That's not how I would phrase that. In the ancient days, in the days of yore, there we go, of yore, there was a great gotta get it added, just get it added, just get it added. It's a story, but it's also specifically like a conflict, so I'll come back to you. In the days of yore, there was a great gold glare, and in the ending of that world-shaking conflict, world-shaking should be hyphenated. In the end of that world-shaking conflict, some valuable context before I get to that point. There was a great gold glare that would shake quake the earth. I don't remember exactly when the timeline of it is, so I can't say that yet. That would quake the realm of sweet June. In the the days of yore, there was a great gold glare that would quake the realm of non-sweet tune, and lead to the demise of Gil the Grim, the great gold. What was the title? Oh, see, I don't even remember that. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's written in the story that I did for my class, at least. All right, I will have to come back to that. The title. When quake the realm of non-sweet tomb and lead to the demise of Gilded Realm. This series of events also would lead to the felling of I don't have a name for this dude yet. That's a later thing too. I guess it's not a good time to do that. I remember more about this, but I don't know how much more I can do that for. This ancient conflict. Oh, this ancient. Spread over the entirety of the realm of non-sweet tune. And each realm has its own name for the conflict. Each realm, each continent tends to have its own name for the conflict. In the Isle of Tana, it is known as the Great Gold Glare. Sparking of ire to stem from an extra dimensional threat. Can't talk about any of that stuff. Okay. Oh, he had a cool title too. I forgot what it was, but that's okay. This is really relaxing. My energy is waning. I have to eat something before I do the stream from now on. I've been waking up kind of early, and yeah, my energy's just... that happens later. While the threat, the remaining chief deities of each island or continent would will themselves to the cause, and some would not make final act. think I have a name for the enemy yet. I have a title for it, but I don't have a name. That works for now. Might be a working title, who knows? Even ooze. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Fire. I like that. That's good. That's like, what, 250 words right there? Nice. This ancient conflict spread over the entirety of the realm of non-Sputum, and each continent tends to have its own name for the conflict. On the Isle of Tana, it was known as the Great Gold Glare, the sparking of ire that would stem from an extra-dimensional threat most wicked. This threat, a tar-like being of pure consummation, known as X, the evenings and blight of the natural, would latch on to Kinthir, the hollow-born dragon, and the entropic energies of the two would twist the very fabric of nature into a blighted rot, and much worse. To quell the threat, the remaining chief deities of each island or continent would will themselves to the cause, and some would not make the final approach. In an act of self-sacrifice, the golden dragon Gildegrim would spark his inner flame to become as if a supernova and burn the cancerous being from Kinthir's form. It worked in some sense, but Kinthir would perish alongside their draconic brethren. Gildegrim's sacrifice is the glare by which the conflict is known. Is and his brilliant act of sacrifice weakened this denizen of the dark distant to be able to be felled once and for all by the remaining deities of the various lands. This belief of self-sacrifice for a greater good is the core belief that keeps those faithful to Gildegrim even to this day, whether they stem their faith from X, the Apexian knight of the dragon, or Gildegrim himself. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's good. Cool. Oh, thank you for the suggestion to find more viewers. I'm sure they'll find me if they feel that my content's appropriate for them. I got some of those species added. I think I missed, I missed one though. It seems I have a boo-boo. So technically, technically they would go somewhere else. They would go... would technically go here, even though they are sentient species. My context with sentient species would be like playable races. So playable giants is not really a thing. It's hard to scale combat when someone can just pick up an enemy and be like, And I realize the pun there was semi-intended. Taxonomy of flora. Fauna. Definitely wouldn't be flora. I guess it would be considered fauna. Yeah, the apex. So in the stories that I'm writing, the name for my giants, for the giants in our series, are called the apex. Like apex predators. They're the biggest, baddest. There's a few different variants, a couple different variants of them. So there's like bestial apex. So they're like megafauna. Is really where the idea started from, was making a sentient species of megafauna, was where the idea stemmed from. So the apex have a bestial version of themselves in one realm. The apex are just, they're beasts, they're beast-like. And then in other, and probably in a couple others, and then in a couple other realms, the apex are like humanoid, right? So they're like, it's like Attack on Titan, kind of, minus the, being able to turn into one at will, sort of a thing. That the apex is just, they're always titans, is how you would think about it. And then, depending on which variant you are, there's an innate opportunity for spiritual connections. So whether you have a bestial spirit or a humanoid spirit, the roots of those spirits come from different places, and that doesn't mean that that's the place that you have to tap into, but you have an inert, natural ability to tap into that sort of spiritual energy. That's kind of what that is. You being the being themselves, because once again, apex, not playable in that context. So we would go probably I wonder if I would have to make one for like subspecies or whatever, you know? then I would probably make subs, yeah. So this would be just Apex, just like Apex as a whole. And then it would be kind of like a table of contents that would say, this is the Apex, this is what they are. And then it would have links that go to the subspecies underneath that. And then they're all in one category, so I don't need to make, yeah, that's good. Should be listed in the same order that it's listed up there as well. Otherwise, that's not canon. It's not canon. What was I doing? I'm lost. See, it's the needing to eat that makes me lose focus. I really am distasteful of eating on the stream. I think that like, I get that folks got to do it. I get that you got to do it, like, especially if you're doing like, you know, like 24-hour streams or something like that. You got to eat on stream. But I don't know. I think it's rude in a couple of, it's kind of like sitting at the table with someone else and eating, and then they don't have food. And if they said that they don't want food, that's fine, but I haven't been able to ask you if you want food yet, you know? So I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's also just, you know, it's kind of messy. It's a little rude to do that in a couple other ways. I missed one. All right, and we have reached our 1 hour mark as well, a little bit past that. I feel like I haven't done enough today. You know? I feel like I haven't done enough today. We started at 39:08. And we got to 44:38. If we're doing the maths, right? Oh, sorry. Computer. I can always do some more after this. Like I said, I can make some phone calls. Yeah, okay. Calculator. 1666 times 3. We should be at 4998. Let's say a little over 5,000, because those 0.6s would add up, but it's like 5,002 words. I can definitely hit another 500 words and then call it. And then at least on the stream, I'm there. I got it. And then I think tomorrow what I want to do is start at what the goal is for tomorrow. Do a little bit more tonight and then start at what the goal is for tomorrow or past that, and then kind of like be ahead of the game, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool to start ahead of the game again tomorrow. I was working on Legend of the Blackstone Helm, and then I got caught up with flora and fauna and stuff like that. There are some deities that could be added. Why is that underneath that? There we go. So the Zoran Combine. That. Oh. Let's just get the basics in there. Has a good collection of deities. Oh, they actually have articles for gods and deities. Now that's awesome. I don't think they had those before this latest update. Excuse me? So what I want to do is so it's a secondary link to the character template. They both do they both go to the character. It's just it gives it a different tag. That's awesome. And it was always a weird it really is just a discrepancy, but so here's how I think about writing deities is really, it's easier as a creator to write the deities than it is the characters in some sense, as a world builder at least, because as a developer, the gods are your player characters. So in that context, I, as the creator of multiple worlds or even one world with a handful of deities to choose from, if I want to make changes in the world that affect everybody, they probably need to involve the deities. They probably got to involve the deities because they're the ones that are, they're the archetypes. They're running all the rules and stuff. Oh no. Now there's like 3 of these. So if you take that, right, and you say, oh, so that means that, like, if I wanted there to be a cataclysm, that deity of curses and diseases and chaos or whatever has some hand to play in it, because that's the sort of stuff that they want to push forward into the world, that they, that's literally their existence. They are the idea of that. So it makes it kind of, it's like you don't have to look for a fall guy. They're already, if you build the world right and you have deities, I'm not saying if you have deities built right, I'm saying if you have deities and they are built right, then they do a lot of the work for you, because you're like, oh yeah, that person's doing it. I don't even need to build, I don't even need to worry about that. Which is not to say that it still isn't a lot of work. It's just, you have someone, it's like, a lot of people are using AI, right? So you'd imagine it as like you have an AI companion, and that's someone that you can have a conversation with, metafictionally speaking. So you can be like, well, how would you, with your, domains, how would you do this? Abra Kilsh. Coralvin. It's like coral, like singing. So it's like a singing vine, right? Coralvin. Fluxuvire. Ah, I have remembered it. I will write it down here. The Suffered Shadow. That's Kinthir's title, is The Suffered Shadow. But the Hollowed Dragon is a good one too. We'll put that there as a little note. It just came back to me. I was like, what is it? And then I think I changed the name shortly before everything got lost. So I will just put their title for now. Ooh, that might give it away too, though. I would say the title will have to do. The Illuminator. This one's nice. I like this little diddle. Okay. Frogema. Oh, this is not Frogema. Oopsie. I thought I clicked into it. Frogema. People usually say her name wrong when I've shared her in the past. So, it's good to put pronunciations in. Some people say Frog Emma, which is funny, and I guess technically correct. So, I need to put some context about that as well. Capitalized, B. Over God doesn't actually need to be said because Keeper is. If we talk about, we have metaphysical roles that the gods play. We're talking about the gods a little bit, right? So the gods have a little part that they play in, the balance and some representation of that, at least as far as Dungeons and Dragons goes. but there is a core concept of homeostasis in existence that exist, like living creatures that have consciousness are the only ones that get to do anything about. And, what I mean by that, of course, is that entropy is the natural state of everything. It's the natural state of chaos and degradation, and everything is entropy, right? So beings with consciousness, or archetypes, ideas specifically, are love, even, right? Emotions, those are things that are paradoxical to the truth of that, to that truth that everything is entropy. Because if you cultivate love correctly, then that grows over time exponentially. That positive ideas, those grow exponentially over time. Ideas, any idea, really, bad or good, but ultimately, what the point is that that I'm trying to make is that awareness leads to the pursuit of it's not, maybe control would be the right word, right? The pursuit of control. Awareness leads to action, but it also leads to this fear of truth leads people to do really weird things, and weird good and weird bad, right? Weird is words have connotations to them, but I mean it in a good way too. Weird is good. But Carl Jung talked about anything that you reject from the self exists in the world as an event, right? So if you tell yourself that you're not a thing, or you tell other people that they're not a thing, you're probably projecting that thing that you don't think that you are. That was a really bad explanation of that. That's some deep stuff that we can talk about some other time. I think that I'm working on the exit queue here, and I'm getting stuck in philosophy. Stuck maybe isn't the right word either. Connotations, right? Connotations. Some great ads for gods. Good. We'll get more content down for them tonight. Okay. So there's also Tana's Wayfinder party. Also had a couple other folks. They had Hathus Copperstone. He's a fun dude. He's a dog folk. And then we had Errol Gale Wing. There's some other stuff for that. Apexian Trio. So, Tana's Wayfinder party came after the gods, but after the Wayfinder party, another group of settlers, you might say, came about, and they were led by this group, this Apexian trio, this trio of giants. So I need... I don't have names for them yet, but I do have a title for one of them now because we just did that. So I will change that. And then I have maybe a few other places that I can do some little scraps. So Apex B is Apexian Knight of Black P. No, Apexian Knight. So we'll just put the title for now. Oh, that's not quite right. That's fine. There'd also be just generically inside of there. Oh no, what'd you do? What's going on? Why is it not pumping up? Weird. Okay. What else then? I mentioned this at the beginning of today. I don't know if that, no, character wouldn't be right. It'd be deities, probably accurate. It's more accurate than person, at least. I guess I could see it being like, yeah. That's fine. And then we'd probably want like a generic article that does list all of them. And I say aspects of worship because there's more than just deities involved, right? There's spirits, there's maybe it could be fallen heroes from another time and place, and they're revered or they're devoted to, they're worshipped in some way. It would be like it could even be, you could say, capitalism, and the way that people devote themselves to the dollar, the almighty dollar, is some form of worship, right? It's an aspect of worship. The way that we devote ourselves to things. That's why it uses that phraseology, because it's a little bit more abstract, a little bit easier to connect a lot more subject matters into it. But yeah. So I think this will be my last one. I'll kind of prime some of these other things that I want to work on the deities and the characters and get some of that stuff in the background. So working on article pages is not fun, and there's a lot of that. I have to do a lot of that before I can really get started on this. So ventured over another realm or deities that did the same. This is specifically for Kana, so this wouldn't be all of the deities, this would just be the ones that are worshipped on Kana. Lists over. Oh. It went up a space. Weird, no. I don't know how to process that. For faith and worship to form. can do cross-linking some other time too. What did we get to? 4712. All right, we're like 200 away from that. That's okay. Yeah, that feels right. Okay. Well, it was a pleasure writing with y'all today. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I hope we can have some additional progress, some amazing progress tonight and tomorrow. And what about a little bit of, well, yeah, a little bit of a plug. So we have some events going on this month outside of our daily November writing jog on Twitch and YouTube. We're also meeting up at the local Multnomah County Library, the central location, on November 15th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be hosting a 3-hour writing sprint there. I won't have my computer or anything, so I'll be scribing it down on paper and pencil. Maybe bring in some extra scrap notes, who knows. But yeah, that'll be a fun space. About 40-50 people. We'll have some light snacks. You know, food insecurity is really big this month, so we got to make sure to provide something for people to eat. And we'll also, our Discord is open, so with that comes the ability to do hybrid and digital events and connect with other folks that are artists. And it's an artist-to-artist commune is the idea. And some of our partners are still working on getting into the space, but it's supposed to be a collaborative space for different networks and different communities to all be able to engage and say where they're from, and then we all kind of work together towards common goals. And we're getting a digital corkboard set up and getting all the feeds made in a way. My buddy Austin is the tech person. He's helping me with that. So, but he's more techie than I am, at least. At the end of the day, I'm excited to be doing this again, and working with folks to do this is going to be an exciting prospect. Bringing it all back from the void is an exciting prospect, and